It's here.
It's here. Keto Chow. Make keto easy.
It's in front of your face.
Hi, I'm Miriam.
There it is. And I'm Chris. We're from Keto Chow. Any of you that are new here, Keto Chow is a meal replacement mix that you mix up with water, your choice of fat, makes a nutritionally complete meal.
Works for the ketogenic lifestyle.
It does.
That's what we made it for.
We need to get our little cue card thing working again.
Yeah, we should rewrite it because
it's probably true.
You should write it since I don't write things. But yes. Anyway, we do a daily live stream. We do this live stream for a different reason. What do we do this live stream
for?
So
it's like the past 2 years now we've been doing this live stream. Every Tuesday night, just to kind of talk about what's going on, answer people's questions,
hang out with friends.
Yep, so Heather's on and so is Jason.
Hi, Heather and Jason.
Jason, this is What's Up, family. So, what's up, chicken butt? Anyway, so yeah, this is our Tuesday night live stream. We're on YouTube, Facebook. We're actually on Twitch and Periscope as well, but we don't get a lot of people who join from there. We used to only do this on Facebook, so most of the people who join us will be on there. But Jennifer says, "How are you folks faring?" So
we are faring. I went on a walk today.
Yep. I went to the warehouse because every once in a while I need to go in to get stuff. There was mail that I needed to pick up. I forgot to get the Keto Salt Lake checkbook.
Whoops.
It wasn't on my list. I had a list of all the stuff I needed to get at the warehouse. I got everything, but I didn't write down that I needed the checkbook for Keto Salt Lake because I need to give somebody a refund with an actual paper check.
And I stayed at home feeling sorry for myself that I didn't go outside.
Well, you can go get the Keto Salt Lake checkbook.
Yeah, but I'm trying not to go into the office because I like to talk to people, and there are people in the office.
Oh, see, nobody likes to talk to me.
I actually ran outside today to a neighbor, and I'm like, 6 feet, can I talk to you, please? Just talk to me.
That's so funny.
But for her safety, she had headphones in, so she just kept on walking.
Are you serious?
She didn't see me, and I'm like,
oh.
It was funny though.
So Lori says, "I feel like I'm starting and ending my day with you guys."
Aww.
John's on. Lucy says, "Hi guys." Patty is on as well.
Hi, Patty.
Kathleen says, "Good evening, Bears and Keto Chow fam. Hoping all are safe at home and well." Dory says, "Hi from San Antonio."
Oh, San Antonio, our friends are there.
That's where where folks are that know what real salt is supposed to taste like. This stuff's made in New York City. Anyway,
What?
it's from the Pace Pecani sauce ad.
Okay.
Anyway, Jason went food shopping and carried everything, no cart.
Wow, that's impressive.
Jennifer says, "Detroit is a mess. Totally waiting for my 2 chocolate keto chows that are on the way." Hey, Joe and Rachel are on.
Hey guys.
And they're both on the Facebooks.
The Facebook.
Yeah, and Heather says, "Oh, Miriam, that's so sad."
It was sad. I looked really pathetic.
See, and Heather said, "Get a rope." And Carla's on again. So, yeah, Miriam stayed here, was helping out the kids.
Yeah.
Sam was having a hard time with math today.
Oh, he melted.
And
Well, do you want to know why?
the nicest thing I could do.
Are you kidding?
Was
you
leave.
melted worse than he did.
I know, but the nicest thing I could do at
much.
that point was leave.
Like, seriously, you've been helping him for like 3 seconds. And then you're like, I'm out. Well, no.
Oh, he was not being talked to.
Because we got an email from his teacher today. A bunch of parents complained that they had 3 hours of homework.
3 whole hours of homework.
3 to 4 hours of homework, which he was handling just fine.
Yeah.
Because he's super smart and he was able to do all of the assignments that were there, right? So then she just tried to simplify it by using this math program.
Yeah, that like walks them through the answers. It checks their answers.
It checks their answers, but he couldn't understand the program as quickly as he normally does. And since he's the smartest person on the planet,
and he got one problem wrong.
He gets so frustrated when he can't do things easily. Like, well, welcome to the rest of the human race. Just everything doesn't just hand it to everyone. You have to do some work, and that's his trial in life, because everything is easy for him. Like anybody else, we might know.
Hey, but I know that things that are difficult is what's worth pursuing.
Yeah, well, he doesn't yet, and he
like
just
talking is hard.
He melted.
Me talking
I can't
hard.
Turn it in. But then he goes through it so quickly that I couldn't even read the problems to try to understand, to help him with the next problem that was coming up. I'm like, wait, don't click it yet. He's like, oh, but I'm done. No, I just need to read the directions for 5 flipping minutes. But he made it through. He made it through his, 20 questions and turned it in.
Okay.
He was so frustrated in the first place because he thought he'd completed the assignment, but he didn't actually turn it in. So then he had to do a couple more problems in the first place. Oh my goodness.
Jennifer says, as a teacher, remember that this is home learning, not home school.
It feels the same to me. It feels like I didn't do homeschool for a reason.
That's true.
That was one of them reasons.
Did I say Carla's on again? And so is Lisa.
Oh, hi guys.
And Jetta's on as well.
Oh, you guys are so nice to us.
Did you just see me touch my face? I went like this.
I just touched my neck. I
now
always
my
play with my
glasses
hair.
are dirty again.
I should probably see. Oh, there we go. My glasses are dirty too.
Jennifer says it's not the same thing. So let's see. So I went to the office until I went to go get some stuff. And then I went to go pick up our order from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes, which was delicious.
So we had a meeting. We were going. It was anyway. I going off what Joe had said, where it's like impossible to place the order actually there. I placed my order ahead of time, and on Tuesdays it's buy one get one. It took me a while to figure out the way that they do the buy one get one on there, either on the website or on the app, is whatever you order, you get 2 of that exact same thing. And it actually does tell you, like if you order 20 wings, it says 40 wings total, because it's buy one get one. Mm-hmm. And so instead of getting like all these different flavors, I just got a 30 wing thing that had 3 different flavors.
Okay.
And then it duplicated that.
Oh, great.
And it worked out really well. Joe says we tried to order wings and they were sold out.
Oh man, well we ordered.
Dang.
I told Chris to order right at 11 when they opened. So.
I actually was going to order last night, but
yeah, oh that's okay. It worked out. I have a hard time getting food and bringing it home when you can just make food here. The whole point for going out is to go out, and so that's what I miss. I miss the out part. So I'm like, why do I have food if I'm just going to bring it home? Because then we can just eat here. So
yeah, I guess it's the preparation.
I want to apologize to Jennifer because I feel guilty now. I know it's home learning, and just because I'm not a good teacher doesn't mean that other people aren't good teachers and better than me. And excuse me for being rude. I'm sorry.
Okay, I didn't think you were being rude, but okay.
Well, I feel bad about it.
All right. Well, Joe likes to get the food and bring it home. So there you go.
We just have so much food.
Yeah, it's true. Well, we ended up with half of them left because I ordered a 30 wing, a 30 wing, and a 10 wing. So it was 140 wings total for all 8 of us. And we ended up with about half of them left. So
yeah.
But Jenna, she was kidding. She was being nice. All right.
So I still feel bad. I don't want to say things mean.
I do. On that happy note, Patty says, "Be kind to yourself."
That's right.
So, what is the flavor of the week?
Orange cream.
Orange cream.
Since it's getting warmer outside, it can be summer.
Now, the orange isn't super strong, especially if you use heavy cream, which orange cream, heavy cream. If you use butter as the fat source, the flavor
orange comes out a lot more.
Yeah, all of the flavors of Keto Chow work that way.
But you can always add OO drops or orange extract or something if you want it more flavorful.
I think that the orange is strong enough when you use heavy cream, but some people are like, it's not orange enough. It's like, okay, so use butter. And people are like, oh, that's great. Lori says wings are best reheated in the air fryer, so we always order too many on Tuesdays.
Nice.
We'll use the convection oven tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just lay them out on a grate.
Double. Same meal as today.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
So my daughter was so excited when I said we were bringing wings home. She's like, "Can we have a tea party?" Yes, we can.
She got out the fancy china.
She got out the china, and she got
teacups.
She got these. They're actually really fancy china coffee.
Yeah, coffee urns.
What are they called? I don't even know what they're called.
They're for serving coffee. And you have to hold the lid on when you pour it, or else it pops off and smacks into stuff.
So we have this white china that's really old. It's Chris's grandmother's china. Mm-hmm. And I had bought all these pieces on like eBay and stuff to...
It has little fine cracks in it.
Accentuate the set. What's the right word for that? Add to it.
Yes.
Yeah. And I found those coffee tea cups or tea...
I'm not sure why you got them, because we're not going to use them.
We used them today.
That's true. Okay.
We used them today. She put sugar-free drink in them. And there was really dark red. And we had these white, fragile plates that were trying not to stain red. So, but you know what? It's fine. It's just plates.
Okay.
My daughter being happy is better. Just like the stairs that just got ruined this week from the mattress sledding. No big deal.
Hardwood stairs.
It's just stairs.
Yeah.
It's not that ruined.
Joe's speaking about himself in the third person.
Can you sing that song?
What?
I'm the third person.
I'm the first person, you're the second person. Earlier today I was in the third person.
Mm-hmm. That one.
Okay. Forest for the Dreams. Trees.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he's talking about he made some orange cream keto chow on Sunday with coconut butter, guar gum to thicken it up.
Oh, nice.
Because we couldn't wait a day to drink it. It was awesome.
That sounds yummy.
At least either Joe's speaking about himself in the third person, or Rachel's on there, or it's actually Anthony.
I doubt it was Anthony.
Heather says that's awesome. That is awesome fancy. There you go.
It was awesome fancy.
And Patty has her great grandmother's tea set.
Oh,
so that's cool. Joe says Rachel's on YouTube, but Rachel was on Facebook as well.
She's on all the places.
Okay. Holly says bleach. There you go.
Yeah.
And stuff is stuff. Family's everything.
Yep.
So that's what's the flavor of the week. 10% off on the orange cream. I keep on getting lower again.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Super off some double chin. So, Misty tried 4 tablespoons of Kerrygold with the strawberry and used warm water. And the next morning, there was an inch of butter on the top. So is there a better way to keep it the same mix? Use a blender. That's actually one of the things that we're going to talk about
One of the things
today.
on the paper.
How do you fix keto chow that's mixed up clumpy? And why did it do that? So there's 2 things that can cause it to be clumpy. Number one is if you're doing butter or another hard fat, and either the water isn't warm enough,
or it's too warm.
If it's hot, like super hot, it'll actually cause the proteins to clump up. They denature. But the best way to avoid that is to use water that is warmer than the melting point of the fat that you're using, and a blender. It can be just a regular pitcher blender or an immersion blender. Either way, doing that will get it into this amazing mix. Once it's mixed, it'll stay mixed. They're also an older version of Keto Chow that I think we're almost out of now. In order to improve the flavor, we switched protein to one that didn't have what's called lecithin. It's basically it has a coating on the protein that makes it dissolve slower, and that keeps it from clumping up. The orange cream and the eggnog were particularly susceptible to this.
Clumping, yeah.
And so people would mix it up and they would be like, what the heck? Why is this clumping? The solution was to use slightly warm water and a blender, and then it would just mix up like a dream. So,
Or an immersion blender.
So anyway, we went back to the other version of protein, which is actually a little bit more expensive as well.
It's a lot more expensive now. They just
It
changed
is.
the price.
They increased the price by 30%.
Yeah, so we're getting this price hike, and then the economy's going.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're still using the older, not as expensive Keto Chow, but eventually that is going to run out, and we will have to do a price adjustment, which really sucks. Mm-hmm. But we aren't quite there yet. We'll let you know when that's going to happen, though. Denature just sounds bad. Obviously not natural. Actually, it is. Denaturing is a very natural process, and it's what happens when you put rubbing alcohol on stuff. Anyway.
On chairs?
No, like that's why it sterilizes stuff. Is it denatures?
It denatures it?
Yeah, it causes all the proteins to just go crazy.
So it is natural.
Yeah. So Heather's said I used 4 tablespoons of Kerrygold in my hand mixer and it was fine. It mixed for about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay.
So that works.
Yeah. So coming up, okay, so tomorrow is April 1st. There's a couple things going on. Number 1, I'm not going to be doing a joke post for April Fools. Just with all the stuff going around, I'm not going to do it. Google and most of the other tech companies that typically do an April Fool's post, or in Google's case, like 15, they just flat out told all their teams, just no. None of that this year. We're not doing it.
Fun.
No fun at all.
No.
Not even mandatory fun.
Can we say a joke on the live?
Like, yeah, we can say lots of jokes.
Word jokes? Dad jokes?
We can say dad jokes. I just said it.
Dad jokes.
I just said it again.
It.
So I'm not going to do an April Fool's joke, but we do have some really good ones from previous years. Last year, we released a brand new flavor of Keto Chow called Keto Chow Zero. It was sweetener free, flavoring free, no color, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, 0 calories, 0 carb. It was vegan, it was vegetarian, all these. It's like it was checking all the boxes because it was just Keto Chow electrolyte drops. And people were like, but I really want that. I'm like, so buy it. It's Keto Chow electrolyte drops. So, and Mike says, yeah, practical jokes are hard to justify when we're facing mass death and an uncertain economy. Exactly. Yeah. Jason said, hello, boomer. I haven't heard people use the term okay, boomer a lot.
Maybe because people are trying to be kind.
It seems like ever since all this insanity started, that went away. So... Good. Jennifer Morrell says wood chips. I know.
You do have a little bit of Buffalo Wild Wings right
Oh,
there.
nice.
It's just orange. My mom's picking. Cut it.
Well, that was amazing, folks. So that was last year. The previous year was when we were working on Keto Chow 2.1 and introducing all the flavors. We were coming out with like the chocolate mint, the eggnog, the orange cream, the root beer. And so the post that one was there's a last minute addition to the Keto Chow 2.1 flavors. I even mocked up the bag.
You mocked up the bag for the other one too.
But it was castor oil flavored Keto Chow.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, later on, I'll have Jason says, lick it off his face. Later on, I can post a link for the, or if you just Google Keto Chow April Fools. But I actually put stuff on the bag, like in the ingredients. There's funny stuff mixed into there. So, wood chips. That actually would have been a good one.
Next year.
Yeah. So the other thing that's happening. Mike says he's late watching it.
We always go during the daily depressing coronavirus.
I don't know. I don't even bother with the TV because I can just get the information off the internet and I'm done.
We watched our governor's thing
So Dave just asked, have you ever had problems with your shakes being chunky? We actually just covered that. So we're not going to cover it again. Sorry, but you can watch
Use
this.
a blender.
If you do a Google search for Keto Chow Chunky, you'll find the
That sounds
article.
gross.
I know. Mike says no licking. That's really bad social distancing. All right. So the other thing that's happening tomorrow is we're actually going to be running a sale on the savory samples. So it'll be a 20% off sale for the entire month of April. No joke. So the savory chicken soup, the creamy tomato basil, the taco soup base, and the beef soup base.
The samples, which we've never run a
sample
sale
size.
on the samples before.
We have for Black Friday. But,
Have we? Oh,
yeah.
maybe. Never in April.
No, never in April. Sorry, Joe says he just canceled cable so he can't watch the local news. And Dave said, but only having problem with the chocolate. Any of them can be chunky depending on what you do. Anyway, Google Keto Chow Chunky. You'll find it. Shut up, Google. I hate you.
No, you don't.
Here it is. Keto Chow.
It was going to tell us.
It was going to tell us all about Keto Chow. Anyway, so yeah, it's a 10% off sale just on the sample size. You can either get the individual samples or you can get the bundle of the savories. And that's more there's a lot of people who haven't ever tried the savory soups, and we want to get them to try it. So we're putting those on sale. So only thing better than not paying cable is not having to see the news.
Yep. I'm with you there.
Anyway, so in the savory, you can have them just like mix them up as a soup and just drink them straight, but they really do lend themselves to recipes as well. So especially the tomato, or actually any of them in a chaffle, are amazing.
Yeah, we like the tomato the most in chaffles because it's a good pizza crust.
That's right. So anyway, yeah, that'll be a full month, and that'll go live at midnight Mountain Time tonight, or tomorrow morning, I guess rather. Anyway, it'll automatically switch over. So not right now, later. So
Okay.
Giveaway.
Giveaway we have going on right now
Yeah.
with Gaigon Keto and Vegetarian Foods until Thursday. So if you want to go to the Facebook page, the Instagram page, and enter,
Yep.
then that'd be cool. We have a ton of stuff from Gaigon Keto, actually.
Yeah. Well, and they make a lot of really cool sauces. So, and the guy who what's his name?
His name is Guy. Well, I had it
No.
until you asked for it, and then it left. It went out my brain.
I've talked to him so many times. Tom King.
That's Guy.
That's the guy. He went keto, and he owns a food ingredient company called Icon Foods. That's actually where we get the monk fruit for Keto Chow for the natural strawberry. So anyway, he has a bunch of different products that use the sweeteners. So Jen says, any new flavors coming? We will hit that in a bit. The short version is no. Ed says he needs to try the drop biscuits. And,
yeah, you should.
And Jason says, lots of people, both keto and musicians, keep doing Facebook, Instagram, YouTube lives. Keeps me pretty occupied. Yeah, there is no shortage of fun stuff to watch. John Krasinski started Some Good News, I think is his YouTube channel.
Really?
And he's just sharing happy things.
Aww, that's
So
nice.
he even interviewed Steve Carell.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he should have Dwight on there. All right. So the next question, Miriam, why don't you talk about the supply chain of Keto Chow?
Well, we are doing just fine with our supply of Keto Chow. So we want to let you know that you can still order, and we've been trying to tell people because, yeah, things are going down for a lot of people and a lot of companies, and we're trying to be supportive, and we just want people to know we're still in business, and we still have
shipping.
Yep, we still have a great team that are shipping every day, and we have a lot of our employees are working from home to keep social distancing so that nobody gets sick, and we're just doing great. We have supply coming out our ears.
Yep. So yeah, and we have very good supply. By the way, Rachel, it's Bears beats
Battlestar Galactica.
Because Dwight raises beets. Just so you know. So the Bears don't beat Battlestar Galactica. Because there are many schools of thought on that. That's preposterous. What kind of bear is best? Okay. So yeah. Now, we had some people on the Facebook support group who were asking about what you can put Keto Chow into once it's mixed up.
Yeah, you could do kind of whatever you want. If you do a vacuum flask, you want to make sure it's cold
So like
before you put it in there.
Yeah.
Or hot if you're going to keep it hot, and then you only keep it hot for so long before you drink it.
Yeah, what about mason jars? Can you use those?
Totally. Lots of people use mason jars. In fact, Christy Davis on the Keto Village shared a link for those little plastic lids.
But they basically look like a blender bottle lid.
Yeah, well, there's blender bottle lids that pop up like that, or there's just screw-on lids that have like a little seal inside of it. So I bought some of those in multiple sizes, and yeah, they're cool. We haven't used mason jars too much because our kids are still clumsy enough to drop glass dishes a lot. So
we lost a glass
last
yesterday.
night. Yeah.
Yep. One of the kids, he was stacking up glasses to take over to the table, and just cracked one. I'm like, how did you do that?
No, well, they were stacked like 5 high.
Yeah,
they're glass, so.
And they were hot. So
well, it's fine. But yeah, you can put it in. We oftentimes will just make it either in a pitcher and then pour it into blender bottles, or we'll make it in a blender bottle and then just put it in the fridge. But you can do whatever is convenient for you. We know there have been some people that have got like different kinds of jars on Amazon and have froze them.
Oh yeah, well, there are plastic ones and stuff like that.
So it just depends on what you have. You don't want to spend a ton of money unless you're going to use them all the time. But.
Now we pretty much just use blender bottles. Now, and a lot of people had questions about like when you mix one up, how big is it? Like what's the volume? And that kind of depends. So
it depends on how you mix it. So Joe and Rachel mix it all the way to the top
like
of a blender
they mix it up to
bottle.
like 26 fluid ounces.
Yeah, and we do about 20. But some people
About
do
20,
thicker. Yeah.
So you add more water, you add less. It just kind of it makes the flavor stronger or not as strong. Add more water and that's not as salty. I do know from experience that if you mix up Keto Chow to only 12 ounces, especially with butter,
It's a little
it
salty.
makes this pudding, and like it looks just great until you put it in the fridge, and then it solidifies into like
Pudding?
well, it's like Tootsie Roll.
I don't think it's that thick.
And it took, I actually had to add water to it, and it worked out just fine once I added more water to it. But it was crazy. Jetta says my kids grew up on melamine dishes. Jason's having issues with audio synchronization for a Facebook Live he's doing.
Oh.
So he's going to use a different phone
That's a good
to
idea.
show his stuff. Mike likes blender bottles. Jen says, do you guys do 20 ounces for each scoop? I do. So I actually mix them up in a water pitcher, and I mix it up to 2 quarts. And when you split that between 3 blender bottles, it makes 20 ounces. So, and Joe says more water means more volume. There you go. And people are looking for Jason's live stream. And Julia, I almost said it wrong.
That's right.
She's going to go to work until 11:30 and hasn't worked the second shift in 20 years.
Oh, wow. So that just reminded me of something. I talked to my friend last night, who I haven't talked to in a while. Ooh, I scratched my nose. Excuse me.
And she's a nurse.
She's a nurse. She works at our children's hospital downtown. And she said that she has been not having very many patients right now because everybody's been staying home. So usually they have a ton of RSV patients because she works with babies and children. And a lot of people are sick this time of year with the flu and with RSV. Normally. Yes. Normally. But since everybody's staying home.
No one's going to church. No one's going to school.
Going to church or school. All of a sudden, the children's hospital is empty. So she's been getting called off. And it's not totally empty, of course. There's still stuff. But, yeah, she's like, well, it's really great.
For now.
But she's kind of preparing herself for when the adult hospitals will need to use the children's hospital. So she's trying to decide if she, like she said, she'd rather work at the hospital she knows, even though she has to work at adults that she doesn't know, because then she knows where all the emergency stuff is, and then have to be shipped to a different hospital. So she'll do whatever she needs to do to help, but it was interesting. It was actually kind of comforting to me to hear that she hasn't had as many children to take care of because people have been keeping themselves distant from each other. So that's kind of nice.
I wonder how much isolation like this it would take to wipe out almost all infectious diseases.
Probably a lot of more isolation than this.
Yeah, probably, but it's a significant decrease. But Mike said something. He's been filling his blender bottles to the top lately. 11 months on keto, and now I'm more sensitive to sweet. And that's actually
we did too.
We have two main complaints about Keto Chow. It's too salty and it's too sweet. And they're diametrically opposed. And the solution to both of them is generally add more water.
Or salt.
You can add salt to make it less sweet.
Make it less sweet.
And if you've been keto for a long time, that will, a lot of people be like, why is this so sweet? It's like, people complain it's salty all the time. I mean, you can't have it both ways. But we all are our own little butterflies, and we all taste differently. So
you taste different than I do.
Apparently I do taste different. Thanks for licking my face. All right, so we had someone who wanted to know, this was actually on Reddit, they made a suggestion that we need to come out with a chai tea flavor, and someone said, I hate to be pedantic, but chai just means tea, so it's saying tea. Apparently shrimp scampi just means shrimp. It's redundant. Funny. I did not know that. Now I get to be pedantic about that.
Now you're going to say shrimp all the time.
I know. Anyway, so they were suggesting a chai flavor, and they wanted to know why we don't have a chai flavor. And then other people want to know why we don't have a pina colada flavor, why we don't have a marshmallow flavor, why we don't have cheese flavor, why we don't have...
Because we have enough flavors. That's
okay,
why.
so before we introduce any new flavors, likely scenario is we will be retiring some flavors. But above and beyond that, when we come out with a new flavor like that, like a chai one, it's very easy to brew your own chai tea latte, whatever, and add it to Keto Chow. We actually have a recipe
people do that a lot.
for a pumpkin spice chai latte. That's what I replied to them. And I said, but above and beyond that, I personally don't really like chai. And so...
He only makes things for himself.
It's true.
And me.
And I did, and on cheese, I actually tried to make a cheese flavor.
We did try cheese for a long time.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yep. And then, as Rachel said, cupcake, chocolate chip cookie. Though, as Rachel pointed out, if you take the vanilla or any of the other ones and you add some of the OOO flavors to it, you can create an amazing assortment of flavors. And the thing that people don't realize, and I think we kind of set ourselves up for this by introducing so many flavors, every time we add a flavor, the sheer amount of complexity that adds is enormous. So I have to get packaging ordered. I have to get all the nutrition information. I have to get the flavoring and the coloring. We have to get shelf space. We have to order it. We have to add it to all the systems.
There's a reason why other companies have strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla.
It's true. And we did go a little bit overboard, but I think all the flavors we have are great. And when I say we, I mean me. Yes.
That is correct.
It's entirely me. So,
although I did like the old pina colada flavor.
The pina colada was good. Although you made some vanilla with coconut oil as the fat source and added
I know the
pineapple flavor and made it
good.
Awesome. So,
but I don't ever feel like doing that. So,
Joe said we added yellow cake OOO to banana Keto Chow and turned it into an ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good.
That sounds really good. But people will say, why don't you have a birthday cake flavor? And it's like, just add almond extract. Actually, that's all you need.
Because birthday cake just tastes like almond, I guess.
Holly says we.
We?
Because I always tell her to own it.
I know. I do too.
We're in this
She
together.
owns this.
So that's why, yeah. We are not anytime soon going to be introducing new flavors. So, we'll see. Anyway, pina coladas would be nice for summer. It would. And once again, grab some OOO. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we talked about fixing Keto Chow that's clumpy, right?
Yep. Next question is, does Keto Chow have something addictive in it?
Heroin? No.
No.
No heroin. There's no heroin.
No. No. It doesn't even have sugar in it.
That's true.
It doesn't have anything bad in it.
Nope. So I don't know about you personally. If I've gone more than like a week or so without Keto Chow, the first time I have it, it's kind of like, old friend.
It just kind of resets me, honestly.
And yeah. Rachel says, like you have to ask. Chocolate toffee. So I think our bodies start to identify things that are nutritious for us and make us crave it. That's why a lot of times people will say, yeah, I find myself craving Keto Chow. You know what? I do too.
It could be the magnesium.
It could be the magnesium, the selenium, the vitamin D3.
Yeah, any of those
you name
things.
it. It could be any of them.
It could just be delicious.
Yeah, so we're not putting anything secret and addictive in it. Everything that's in it is declared on the label. Everything.
Yes, with all the points, whatevers.
Yep.
Because he's a Nazi about point whatevers.
Yep.
No rounding down here.
No rounding down. CL Davison wants to know, says, I'm new here. Can you tell me where I can see reviews? There are several different places you can see reviews. Number one, on the Facebook page, you can just see reviews in general. If you go to the different pages on the products, so if you go to shop.ketochow.xyz and you go to, say, the samples, I have a policy of publishing all the reviews.
Spelling errors intact.
Spelling errors intact. In fact, the only thing I take out are ones that either use a lot of profanity or they have personally identifiable information that I don't think the person actually wanted to put up there, like
an address.
Yeah, like an address or an email address.
Phone number.
I'm like, I'm just gonna hide that one. But the bad reviews, the good reviews. Now, the overwhelming majority of the reviews we get are very, very positive. Most of the time, people are like, "Wow, that was actually good." Like, really good.
One of our favorite things to do at trade shows is to watch people taste it for the first time because everybody's like skeptical.
They've had protein shakes and they're like
Everybody's had a
chalky
shake
and
before.
gross.
And then they taste it and they're like,
Like,
wow, that's really good.
Whoa, and we're like, yeah, it is really good.
It is really good.
So, yep, that's a lot of fun. Seal Davison wants to know, is Keto Chow a multi-level marketing company?
Nope.
No. And that's the nicest thing I can say about it.
It's our 7th child.
Yeah. So Miriam and I, we started it. You can buy it from us on Amazon or you can buy it from us on our website. We do have affiliates and we have a rewards program. So if you buy it and then you send a link to your friends and they buy it, you'll get points that you can use for coupons. But
we do not have a downline. We don't have a way to sign you up.
Nope.
There's nothing MLM about us.
The problem with doing that is we would have to increase the price artificially in order to build in a discount for the multi-levels thing. And instead we just price it as low as we can.
Yeah, we probably should have priced it higher anyway.
Yeah, we should have actually, but
We'll live and learn.
Yeah, there you go. Mike says one level marketing. Yeah, we actually, when we started, we've actually lowered the price every single time we've updated it. And the only time coming up in a couple months will be the first ever price increase.
Yeah, it's
just
sad.
because the
breaks my heart.
Yeah, we used to be able to do price decreases because we were getting to these massive volumes.
Truckloads.
And now we're already getting the truckloads. just the cost of the materials is going up. So
The 30% hike in protein.
Mike said, yeah, 21 meal would be $200 in their ML. It wouldn't be 200. It'd probably be about 120, and I can speak that authoritatively because that's
we've done a
what
lot of research
some
on
of
it.
them actually cost.
Yeah.
So Heather got her first shipment last week and loved every flavor tried so far.
I'm
Mixed
so
with butter.
glad.
I'm actually out of Keto Chow in the fridge right now.
I know.
That's
Haley
why.
made one herself.
What? Holy
Because
cow.
she wanted one, so she made it. What?
Yeah. I was kind of freaking out about it last night, and then I remembered it was Buffalo Wild Wings buy one get one. So
Yeah. Well, and now we have to finish them tomorrow, so we probably will do 1 meal a day tomorrow, so we can do Keto Chow the next day.
Yep. Well, let's see. The next day will be Thursday,
Yeah.
and then we're going camping on Friday.
Perfect. So we only need 6 Keto Chows then.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, it'd be probably nice to have a couple while we're camping, unless we're just planning on.
Yeah. We just don't have a ton of fridge space.
Yeah, that's true. So,
But we can bring the stuff to make it if we want to make it.
yeah. I'm sure there would be no revolting at all if we said, sorry, kids, we're not having bacon and eggs for breakfast. Here's your Keto
Sad.
Chow. Actually,
Sad.
Max would probably be fine.
Yeah. Half the kids would be fine. The
That's
other half
true.
would be like, I want my eggs and bacon. We're camping.
Well, and Holly will appreciate this. Miriam has decided. So our friend Steve, who we often go camping with, and we do a lot of stuff with him, we think that his meal is breakfast, or at least Miriam.
That's
And
what
I
decided.
support her on this. And so when
So we've been eating like later and later in the day.
yeah, Miriam and I usually don't eat breakfast, and Steve does.
Yeah. But he's for years and years he's worked in construction, and so he's ate breakfast, and then he goes to work, and then he works and works and works through lunch, and then he has dinner with his family. So he probably has 8 hours between his meal, breakfast, and then dinner, and then he'll sleep. So he's
doing too mad.
before he even went keto, he was pretty low carb just by the distance of food
Yeah,
he ate
his insulin would go
out
down.
of habit. And so I think that from habit,
Yeah.
that was my theory. If you all want to know about Steve's eating habits, I decided them today.
Well, and so Mike says he wants us to put his other favorites on sale so that he can stock up.
Okay, what's your other favorite?
I don't know. And Rachel says that she's really, now more than ever, and we're really thankful for this delicious shelf-stable stock-up
Oh,
option.
thanks.
I was quoting, by the way, if you haven't ever seen it, the trailer for Comedian. It has
I don't know
the
if I've
trailer
seen
voice guy. He's like,
Now,
"In
more
a-
than
in
ever.
a world where laughter was
is
king.
king.
No in a world, Jack. What do you mean, no in a world? It's not that kind of movie. In a time. No. In a land. No. In a land before time. A renegade cop. A robot
runaway
renegade
renegade
cop. Anyway, I never saw the movie, but the trailer for Comedian was absolutely fantastic.
I didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Yep. So Seal Davis wants to know what are the most popular flavors. Number 1 is chocolate. Number 2 is chocolate peanut butter, which is ironic because we do not have a sample
Yes.
of it.
Number 3 is vanilla.
Yep. And then you've got all the other flavors.
And they rotate depending on
Yeah,
season
time of
or
day and-
feeling of people.
Yeah, Holly says he has to do breakfast every day.
Yeah, and so then Holly wants to eat with us, like lunch and dinner, and then she's like, "But Steve made me breakfast." Okay.
Yep. And yeah,
Or me. She wants to eat with me because we're friends.
Mike says construction guys eat lunch around 8 a.m. That's true.
Yeah.
And well, in the parks are I think most of them are closed around here, but we're not going camping to a park.
Yeah, we're going to the middle of nowhere
It's literally the middle of nowhere.
because we have a trailer.
It's like
So we're
yeah.
going to dry camp.
we are, but we're
With
going to bring a
equipment.
generator. Yep.
And Holly, we got to exercise every day.
You can walk around.
That's what I said.
Yeah. In fact, the most distinguished feature, if you look at an overhead view of this entire area, there's all these white dots all over the overhead view, and it's the ant hills. Mm-hmm. They make about a 6-foot diameter circle where there's nothing
Because they have...
because of the ants.
Yeah, but there's no ants right now because it's winter. I mean,
Well, they're there. They were very much going around when we were
Oh,
there.
I didn't see them.
Yeah. Joe is once the mayor of nowhere. That's what Rachel says.
Oh,
Mike drank 2 chocolate peanut butter. That actually
sounds really good. Why are we talking about food?
I don't know.
Fasting. I made it all day without snacking. I'm so amazing. Look at me. No fasting. I mean, no talking about food.
All right. So,
My hair again.
here's a good question. How many meals a day do you use Keto Chow? Do you use
Depends
it 1,
on
2, 3?
on what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Some people do it 1. Some people do it 3. Some people do it once in a while.
Sorry, Joe says using a trailer is not camping.
It's glamping.
It's
I know.
a portable hotel. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so our trailer history is this. We went to Bear Lake with some friends, and we got a tent, right? And we had our 5 kids. Sam wasn't born yet. They were little.
There was a massive
There was
windstorm.
a huge wind rainstorm. I mean, it wasn't like cold because it was summertime, but it blew our tent down, and all the kids were crying in the middle of the night, and we're like, what are we supposed to do? Well, we just happened to be camping on somebody's land at the lake. And so the people came out, and they're like, hey, we don't want the little kids to be sad. You guys go stay in our trailer at night. And of course, they were 2 people, an older couple. And so they didn't have accommodations for all of our people. So we had 3 kids on the floor, 2 kids on a bed, and us in a bed. But we woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning when the sun was already awake. Mm-hmm. And the rain came down in the night and didn't wake us up anymore. And it was a miracle. And I'm like, I can see why people like these camper things. So I'm like, I want one of these. And then, a couple years later, we got one.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And now we like to glamp.
It's true.
There's no going back. Who needs to go back when you have this comfortable bed and a kitchen and a sink that you can make your delicious keto foods in? Delicious.
So, Seal Davison wants to know, how long does it take to ship out?
Where do you live? So it will ship it out the next day or the day of, depending on when you get your order in. And depending on where you live depends on how close or how soon you get it. Mm-hmm. International takes a little while. On the west side of the United States, it gets there within 2 days. On the east side, it's sometimes up to 4 days. But yeah, we're pretty fast. We're fast shippers. Our essential employees that are shipping are amazing.
It's true.
So we try to make sure we have an empty queue for the next day. We've only every once in a while had a couple pull over to the next morning. And those are always just the ones that come in later in the day. So
yep,
that's that.
Okay.
Playing on your phone?
I was. Seal Davidson's in Montana. So depending on where it might be.
So it could be 3 days.
It depends on how close you are to an international airport. Mm-hmm. So for most of the U.S. population, it's 2 days. So, but yeah. So let's see. Heather said she lives in Ohio. It took a couple days, and it maybe so. The issue is the postal service, and most of the orders go out via the postal service. They do a best effort, so they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna try to get it there in 2 days," and usually they do, and they do a very good job. Every once in a while,
the majority of the time,
your package goes on a round trip to Guam.
Yeah, every once in a while. Which let us know because we'll send you stuff again.
Yeah.
And then when we get it, we'll just figure out what to do with it.
Yeah. And sometimes it comes back. Rachel says nothing like asking where the restroom is and being handed a shovel.
Yeah. Well, we have a toilet, and it's great.
Yeah, it's true.
In our camper.
Yep.
Our trailer is so awesome. I love it. We just got it this year. Except for I don't like the master
Mike
bedroom.
says I'm 57. I feel I'm too old for tent camping.
Yeah, I'm over it. I had to go to girls camp with the girls a couple of years ago, and I'm like, tent camping? What?
I am still fine doing tent camping, but I did realize I'm a bit, and this is after we got the trailer, I realized I'm a bit neurotic about cleanup. So
yeah. I think that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. So I realized, so we would wake up in the morning and it'd be like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd be like, okay, let's clean up. Come on. roll up your sleeping bags.
People are
Let's get
still
ready
not
to go.
even awake.
And I'm like, we gotta break down the tent before the sun comes out and it gets hot.
Yeah, that's true.
And
It is kind of nice to, when everybody else has their tents up and you're like, I'm totally done for the day.
Yeah.
But then you have to help the other people because you're
well,
nice.
and packing up. I don't like packing up, and so to have
He gets uber stressed about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's sometimes grouchy. I mean, all the time grouchy.
What are you talking about? Anyway,
Somebody's throwing stuff.
somebody's it's true.
It's okay.
are
Everybody
throwing
has their
stuff.
faults. Chris sometimes is grouchy.
Yep.
It's okay.
Okay. Sorry, I got distracted by something.
Again.
It's
Okay, well,
true.
I'll say something.
We're actually done with the list.
I'm done with the list.
So
Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
did anybody have any questions?
Thursday. I wasn't reading it.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you should.
Rachel said, seriously, cleaning up the tent stuff stinks. It does. And you know what? It's really hard to do the trailer, too, because you have to do the whole put everything back and make it so it doesn't go around the whole trailer. And then everything that you took out, like 25 chairs, because we have to have so many chairs, I'll have to go back in the trailer. And then you have to crank up the wheel things. And then you have to first you hook it up to the truck and then you crank up the wheel things.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to get the generator. Then you got to get the blah, 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 everything. All the things.
I do all that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But we have to
We got to do it.
pack everything, too.
Yeah.
Get the kids packed.
And then all the kids have to wander around and stand around, and then we have to wait, like an hour and a half, and then we're all, everybody go potty, somehow get into the trailer.
Well, and Rachel says, so what are you looking forward to most about camping?
Sitting outside and doing nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we've been doing that for weeks. No, we've been sitting inside. Well, it's going to be no online school next week.
That's true. Our
So
kids are out of
our
school.
kids will be able to sit around and not be stressed. And I think the thing really is it's normal for us to be able to go camping and have a break. So even though we're kind of doing nothing now, it's a break from us doing nothing. It's some kind of normalcy for our kids. So that's what's going to be good, is we can do something that we would normally do at this time of year. We usually go camping this weekend every year.
Yeah.
If we can.
Just before Easter. Mm-hmm. Or around Easter.
So it's something that we normally do, and we'll go with Holly and Steve, and he's going to make chili verde, and it'll be delicious.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it already.
Yeah, it's so good. So, and he's going to make ribs, and we're going to probably make biscuits and gravy.
Oh.
Does that sound good?
Okay, I'm down for that.
So, yeah, and then eggs and bacon.
The biscuit pan is up at the property, though.
Well, we could just make them ahead of time.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea, actually.
Except for the one for Holly, because she likes a fresh biscuit. We'll just make a biscuit for Holly.
Okay.
Anyway, we're excited to just relax and just be outside.
Yep.
And have some kind of normalcy to our life. Is that even a real word?
It is. Well,
am I using it wrong?
It isn't a real word, but it's become a real word because it's been used so frequently, and yeah.
Okay.
So.
Also, I'm going to do my nails because my nail appointment got canceled.
Yep. Ed wants to know what the weather's like. See, nice to have some normalcy. Rachel used it.
Yeah.
If Rachel used it, it's got to be right.
Rachel's amazing.
So it's supposed to be raining a little bit this week.
Yeah. See, she likes fresh biscuits.
But it's supposed to be getting up into the 60s. There was still snow on the hills around where we're going to be camping this weekend.
But it was nice. And there are, it's not a mountain hill, but it was a hill that was, enough to make me winded to climb up it. So if we do that every day, I'll feel good.
There you go.
And the dirt and the rocks.
All
bugs,
right.
And the sagebrush.
Bugs and sagebrush, huh?
Yay. Haley's going to take her macro lens and take pictures of the tiny little yellow flowers.
Okay. Well.
And I'm going to sit in a lawn chair. That's so exciting.
Miriam's favorite thing to do when we go to the beach is to sit on the beach in a chair and watch the kids play.
Put my feet in the sand. I won't put my feet in the sand when we're camping, though, you.
Joe wants to know what a hill is. He's not familiar with that term.
Oh, yeah, because they don't even have anything there. So I went to Florida when I graduated high school. It was my senior trip with a friend. And I literally thought I was going to fall off the side of the planet. I was so freaked out by the horizon.
Yeah, there's just... Yeah.
Because it just kept going. Like, I'd never been anywhere that didn't have mountains before. Because I've been to California, but there's mountains on this side and ocean on this side. So there's, something. But I live in this mountain range in between. And I thought I was just going to fall off. Like, how? You could just keep driving and then the world ends. You just go over the edge. And it was really unsettling to me in my 17-year-old brain.
Joe says the only hills in Florida are the garbage dumps. That's not true, Joe. There are hills in Florida that are made out of oyster shells. I actually know that for a fact.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah, they're like, I don't know. What would you say the hill is? It wasn't very high.
But the hill that you guys were climbing,
yeah,
it was about 30 feet tall.
Yeah, it wasn't very high. It was like maybe 50 feet.
Mike says, I've driven across Kansas. That was interesting. When we went to Omaha, I was surprised at how hilly it was. And it's because we were down in the bottom of the river. In the river bottom that had been carved out. So
of Omaha.
Yeah.
We'd never been there before. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you get up
For
onto the
tiny,
plain
cold
and
place.
it's nice and flat.
I mean, not tiny, but...
I have gone through South Dakota, and that was...
Well, Holly and Steve have gone through there, too.
That was so boring.
Boring? I've never been there.
I mean, the only thing worse than South Dakota is North Dakota.
Holly and Steve have been there, too.
It's true. That's where their daughter was living for a while. Okay, well, thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're going to go take care of our kids now, see how they're doing.
I'm sure they're great.
I'm pretty sure they're just playing Minecraft. I got the Minecraft server working on our network-attached storage device, and we had 5, I think, of them playing at the same time the other day. Ooh.
They really like it. Max is funny. We do a weekly date with each of our kids, and we just rotate through. And so my date was a couple weeks ago, and he's like, I want to play Minecraft. I'm like, with me? Can Dad take one for the team?
So I played Minecraft with him.
I don't dislike Minecraft, but I also don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to play it. Like, I could do everything else and like it better. Not that I don't, I don't dislike it. I just don't like it.
This is all just fascinating stuff that we're talking about.
I know. We're kinda
all right, well, we're going to go.
Philosophical.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us, and you have a fantastic rest of the week. And if you want to join us tomorrow morning, we'll be here. Bye.
Bye.